macaroni today. So we have the sharp cheddar, Kobe Jack, onion powder, sour cream, elbow noodles, nature seasoning, 2 eggs, Lowry seasoning, triple cheddar, seven layer, 7 layers blend, complete seasoning, garlic powder, and coronation milk. I like to use 2 coronation milk so we can make cheese sauce and also put the milk in the macaroni and cheese. Let's tune in. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and put the water in the pot with the noodles and make sure that you clean the noodles at least 3 times before you put it on the stove. Stove, I will have my noodles on 6. If you have a stove like medium low, medium high, I would say put it on medium low. So once the water is in the pot and the temperature is on, I'm gonna go ahead and pour some olive oil. Don't matter which kind, but pour some so the noodles won't get stuck. So this is how it should look, and this is how it should be flowing. And you're gonna constantly stir it up I'll say about every 8 to 10 minutes. As your noodles preheat, and have your oven at 375 on bake. So now we're stirring the noodles. They're practically done. Now we're gonna go ahead and drain them in a strainer. I'll show in a different angle how you will know if it's done or not. So now we're gonna go ahead and strain the noodles. So we're gonna go ahead and take it off the stove and put it in the sink and run cold water on the noodles. It's very hot. And we're gonna go ahead and grab a spoon, the same spoon we started on, and make sure that cold water. It's important to run cold water so the noodles, if it were stuck, it can go ahead and not be stuck no more. It's always good to run cold water on any noodles, any shape, any size. Just run cold water on it. Okay, to make the cheese sauce, we're gonna go ahead and use the 7-layer blend, Taco Bell, cheese, onion powder, coronation milk, black pepper, and also garlic powder to make the cheese sauce. Start off with our coronation milk. Go ahead and pour all of it in here. So we're gonna go ahead and let the coronation milk simmer a little bit on the temperature 4 or medium low. Now that you see that this is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and start seasoning it. So I'm gonna start off with the black pepper. Then the garlic powder. Nature's. Then we have the whisk, so we're gonna go ahead and whisk it up. It's okay to turn it down just a tad little bit. So between 3 and 4 and medium low and lower than that. Add the 7-layer blend cheese, yum. Open it up and pour all of it in there. You don't have to do it all at once, so do half. Get your whisk and stir. See the cheese? I'm gonna put that to the side and pour the remaining. Get the whisk and whisk again. When you do that, it's gonna seem a little thick and heavy, so go ahead and continue to whisk it. See how it's turning cheesy? Continue to whisk it and you will see a color change. See how it's turning like a nacho cheese. This is gonna make the macaroni very much cheesy. So once it's all melted down, all the cheese, and it looks like this, we're gonna go ahead and turn the stove off and let it cool down for a minute while we go ahead and mix our actual elbow macaroni and season it up and go ahead and put the remaining ingredients in. This is how the noodles look after it's done cooking and boiling. See the difference from the beginning after it's cold and strained. And now we're gonna go ahead and use a pan to go ahead and bake it in the oven. So this is the pan we're using to make the macaroni and cheese today. This is a small half pan. Later on, we'll go ahead and show you how to make a full pan of macaroni and cheese. So we're gonna go ahead and butter this pan up so nothing was. So I put the butter in the pan and put at least like 2 to 3 scoops of butter, and then put it in the oven for at least 30 seconds to a minute and let it melt, and then you move it all around. So as the butter is in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and crack the eggs and then whisk it all up with a fork or the whisk. So we have 2 eggs, we're gonna go ahead and crack it. Yeah. So after you're done put oil in the pan, you're gonna go ahead and put the noodles in the pan. Okay, here comes the fun part. So we're gonna have a extra spoon, and we're gonna start off with our egg yolk and pour all over the macaroni and cheese. Well, the macaroni. Like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and stir it up. Make sure it's even, and make sure all the elbow macaroni have all the egg yolk and all the good stuff. I think the egg yolk make it stick so the macaroni can stick together. So this is always my first step by doing this and making some good old macaroni. So after the egg yolk stirred in the elbow macaroni, we're gonna go ahead and use our second carnation milk and pour it inside. Not all of it, since we already have milk. We're just gonna do probably like half of the can. Like that. It may need some more. Let's go ahead and see. Once you stir it, you will know for sure. We're gonna go ahead and stir it up. Evenly. So this is enough carnation milk for my macaroni and cheese, since we have the cheese sauce as well. After putting the carnation milk, we're gonna go ahead and use the sour cream. We're gonna go ahead and get a fork, get a big scoop, and put it on one side. We're gonna do this on each side and also the middle. Put on that side, this side, this side, and also in the middle. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stir it up now. It's important that you put the sour cream with the milk so it can give it like its texture. You'll see as I'm stirring it, and you'll get why I said that. So we're gonna go ahead and stir the sour cream up. You shouldn't see no chunks at all. That's how you will know if you're finished or not stirring it. Also, the elbow macaroni should be white. So my phone had died, but I ended up stirring everything, but I'm gonna continue to stir so I can show you guys. It's white now. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me zoom in. If y'all can see it. But this is after stirring the sour cream evenly. And this is how it's supposed to look. Let me go ahead and... So now we're gonna go ahead and get our cheese sauce. You can go ahead and stir it before you pour it in. You're gonna put that to the side and make sure that the cheese sauce is everywhere. Oh my God, it's gonna be so, so cheesy. And the remaining, you could go ahead and get a spoon and dump it all in there. So after the sour cream and everything is in, stirred completely, we're gonna go ahead and season it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the natures. And why I'm seasoning it is because even though we seasoned the macaroni cheese sauce, we still have to season the noodles and the remainder of the ingredients. So that's why I'm seasoning it. I'm gonna go ahead and get the complete. You don't have to season it as much, just very light to your own preference, or just follow my steps. Complete seasoning, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit, not that much. I'm gonna go ahead and stir it up to then add my remaining seasonings. And as I mean stirring up, meaning like flipping, not actually like stirring, like flipping it so it can go all over the macaroni. And it's not really crushing the elbow macaroni. And trust me, it's not. Put the spoon to the side. Go ahead and with my Lari. My garlic powder. Get my spoon, stir it up. Well, flip it. Gonna go ahead with my Colby Jack. I'm only using Colby Jack because I use the other cheese, the 7 blend. So I put one of the cheeses back because since this is a half a pan, we're not gonna use all 4 cheese. So we're gonna use 3 in total. So this is the Colby Jack. We're gonna go ahead and make sure it's all in there. You don't have to use all of it, but use it to your own preference. So I'm using like half maybe. Let me go ahead and see how it look when stirring up. So I'm just gonna use the remaining of the bag so it could be real cheesy. As I'm stirring, I'm also patting it a little bit, not heavy, but lightly, so it can, like, you know, form as macaroni. And also making sure everything is evenly. Then we're gonna go ahead and use the triple cheddar just to put on top as the top base. And make sure that it's all over the pan, everywhere, even the corners. Triple cheddar, not sharp cheddar. You can use sharp cheddar, but I like triple cheddar because I love, love, love cheese. If it's chunks like that, go ahead and pick it up and spread it around, but you can do that last. Oops. So like this. Make sure it's on every side so the cheese can hit everywhere. So that's how it should look before it hit the oven. So cheesy-licious. I just made that up. But you got it. You get the point. So we went ahead and put the macaroni in the oven for 375, and this is going to be in the oven for 45 minutes. Watch you go to work. Okay, time for the changes. Drum roll, please. Thanks for watching my channel, Cook It Up Kim. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Period. See you guys next time.